I don't know if a lot of you knew this about Melonie, but she's a huge racist.
Yep,
Maybe
today you learned.
one of the biggest I've ever met. It makes me uncomfortable just to be around her. But now that The Acolyte is coming to an end, this is a Star Wars show that nobody likes. They are literally trotting out. I don't know if you remember covering this, Mel, or not, but like, remember when, what was it, The Last Jedi? When The Last Jedi came out and they trotted Kelly Marie Tran out there to say that everyone was
Yep.
really mean to her on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
No, they weren't. Like, people were making fun of her character because,
Right.
Rose Tico was a hilarious embarrassment. Like, Rose Tico was just very, very bad. Nobody liked that character. But it had nothing to do with Kelly Marie Tran, who by all accounts seems like a very kind, nice person. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
saw Kelly Marie Tran. She even looked uncomfortable when she was doing that, like, Good Morning America interview where they were like, tell us more about how the Star Wars fandom was really mean to you. They literally, not figuratively, have literally trotted out the exact same PR move. Now, I don't know when this was live, but looks like this week. So Amandla Stenberg, you may recognize her from her rage twerking, where all she did is this dance move over
Yeah.
and again.
Talk singing.
Whisper talking. You may recognize her from her rage twerking. You may recognize her from, nothing else. She went on The View, which them and their 12 viewers got told a tale as old as time. Everyone who doesn't like Star Wars, Melonie, they are big. And of course, she went on to The View to claim that Star Wars fans were ruthlessly going after her race.
Oh, of course.
And
You don't have any receipts, though, I'm sure, as usual.
don't spoil it.
Oh,
Melanie.
okay.
Let's see here. I'm sure she has tons of receipts. I forgot you are, again, as I mentioned earlier, racist.
That's true.
So let's see. I'm sure she has receipts of all the wild claims she's about to make.
Received horrific racist backlash, including threats and what you call intolerable racism. That is your quote. Can you talk about that a little bit? And what has that been like?
Yeah, absolutely. And I really appreciate you giving me the space to speak about it.
Oh my God.
She's like, oh snap, let me say something. I've gotta cover this blank space so I can think while I talk.
Yeah, you can see her. You notice how her eyes go up and to the left right away. She's accessing the creative part of her brain.
Yeah.
She's like, right there. Right there.
Yep.
She's like, I gotta make something up here.
And I really appreciate you giving me the space to speak about it.
Fine time.
It's been very painful for me. It's not something that I think you can emotionally prepare for.
I remember how painful it was when she was rage twerking, calling all the racists. I remember how she must have been sitting at home crying about that.
And we welcome criticism of the show when it comes to storytelling or performance. But when it comes to death threats, horrific, violent, racist language.
Show me any of it.
Yeah, show a single one.
Show a single receipt.
It's so par for the course that she wants to be so antagonistic with her, like, hating on everybody, her little twerk video and all that, and then she wants to cry victim.
It is so sad and predictable that you see this. Like, do you welcome criticism? Because it doesn't seem like you do. Because when you get criticism, you call everyone a racist.
Yep.
Like, people, by the way, all of the most viral like all of the most viral like tweets making fun of the show have nothing to do with her skin color.
Exactly.
Chat wants you to twerk right now. I mean, I will twerk right now if we get 100 new members. That would be 20% of the YouTube chat.
Come on, guys.
100 new members. I will twerk. I don't really know how. I'd have to look it up. But all the most popular criticisms are dunking on the show, like Fire in Space, or her giving herself a haircut with a lightsaber, which would have almost certainly burned her face off.
Right. Or
I've never
seen the double standard, putting that dude in that scene. That's what it's been. I haven't seen any, not even once, of somebody saying,
have you seen anyone call her the
she's
N-word or anything like that?
I have not seen that at all whatsoever. And I've made videos covering this, and I've not seen any of that in my comments. I've not seen anybody ferociously attacking her and wanting her unalived or anything like that.
I've seen, and just like you know, in your videos, part of my coverage of this is literally scrolling through Twitter. And I have never seen it.
Yep.
I've never seen anybody, calling her the N-word or telling her, to, like you said, to, go off, leave the planet. Nobody has said that. And like,
it's unacceptable.
And the idea that I'm supposed to accept that you actually allow criticism is bonkers to me, because you don't. Yeah. Any criticism is just like, oh, you just don't like it because I'm black. Yep. You wrote a whole song about it, lady. I mean, I don't know. I'm taking crazy pills here. They have never at any point welcomed criticism. I haven't seen it. Every time somebody criticizes the show, they get called a bigot or a racist or just any number of ways to completely
get twerked on.
Yeah, they get twerked on, rage twerked. They get rage twerked on. And it's like, I don't understand any of it. Yeah, people are making memes about this. But this is like, where is the race stuff?
Yeah, where's the racist hate and the wishing for unaliving? I'm not seeing any of that.
Yeah, and quite frankly, she's lying. We all know she's lying, just like Kelly Marie Tran was lying, and she knew she was lying, and she looked wildly uncomfortable during that interview.
Yep.
The whole thing, then you get this article. If you're mad about the Acolyte, you haven't been paying attention to Star Wars. Are you joking? Like, there's an entire economy of people who have done nothing but pay attention to Star Wars. There are entire channels that have a million subscribers that are dunking on. They turned Star Wars Theory, which essentially used to be a Star Wars shield channel, against them. So
that Star Wars girl, I mean, that's her name on her channel. That Star Wars girl, she just that's her passion, is Star Wars. So it's just insane to me how these people, and Alyssa, she wrote this article.
Of course she did.
Yeah, people who have no history or show no history of being fans of certain properties, these journos want to roll in and say, oh, by the way, anybody who's hating on this, they're not real fans, or they don't know anything about Star Wars. When it's like, wait a minute, these are the actual super fans who are complaining about it. And when it's your super fans who are complaining, then that's a problem. Same with the Tomb Raider fandom and all of that. It's like, okay, the super fans are the ones who have the issue with the new direction where they're trying to take things. It's not just the newcomers who are, who's going to be a new fan or doesn't know much about something and not that much of a fan, who's just going to roll in and take so much time out of their day to just passionately speak against it, like have that in their name and everything. I'm not gonna pick some random property that I'm not obsessed with and make that my entire
persona.
Exactly.
They turned Grace Randolph against it, for crying out loud. I mean, do you think, like, and the thing is, like, this whole toxic fandom thing is nonsense. Where were all the videos saying that what is the the Star Wars movie that I always say is actually pretty good? The Disney Star Wars movie.
Oh,
I can't think of the name right now.
was it Solo? Wait,
No, God, no.
Wait, which one was it? Why am I or Rogue One?
Rogue One, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think Rogue One was a good movie. I mean, it was like, yeah, there's no Luke Skywalker in it, blah, 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 blah. But like, there weren't thousands of videos dunking on Rogue One because Star Wars fan liked it. Where were all the videos? I don't know why I dug so deep for that one. Where were all the videos dunking on The Mandalorian?
Exactly.
It didn't exist.
Exactly.
Right?
So they want to say all this, that, and the other. Well, when Mandalorian first came out, those first 2 seasons, you didn't see all of this surrounding that. Like,
they were mostly people praising it.
Exactly. I was one of them.
Yeah, the idea that that the Star Wars fandom is toxic in and of itself is just debunked by that completely. The Mandalorian had 1 billion minutes viewed in its first 2 episodes. It's by far the most popular Star Wars show, which all that does is prove that if you make a good Star Wars show, I know this is flippin' wild to consider. If you make a good show, people will watch it.
Yep.
Like, I don't know why that's supposed to be an owned. It's not like, hey, I thought The Mandalorian was relatively diverse. Right? Like, it had women in it. It had men, men of varying races. Carl Weathers was in it, a black man. Nobody was whining about force diversity in The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
And so Kotaku puts out this article, which of course ends very badly for them, receiving just 250 likes in a day. This is an account with 2.6 million followers, gets 200 likes, 800 comments. Neurotic mad. I haven't laughed this hard since we were told Biden received 81 million votes. Here's G Prime. We've been paying attention since The Last Jedi, and it sucks more and more every time. The day Kotaku no longer is, this would be a good one. Hey, Alyssa, have you learned the code yet? Like, all that's left now is like, they put out a bad show, and all they do is blame the fans when it goes poorly.